Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you watch this channel. I'd like to start this session by appreciating you so much for making this channel grow. If you wish to support us, just subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. So now today, we'd like to start our session a bit differently. And I'd like to take you through some of the headlines of today's newspapers before we get to the analysis of this session. So first of all, before we talk about what Philip ETALE has alleged regarding MAINA NJENGA's location and details why is supposed to appear to court today, I want to take you through some of the newspaper headlines so that you can get to understand what's trending. So on the Daily Nation, the title there is State on Trial. And at the front page, I think I can see Mackenzie's picture. And then on the far right, there is also Raila Odinga and Ruto facing each other, whereby it's titled Wave of Arrests and Abductions Raises Concern. So that is that. So on the Standard newspaper, the title there is Hustlers Caught Between a Rock and a Hard Place. So you can see there, there is a protester, and then there is a burning of a vehicle there, burning of property. So on the far right, well, that's not political, but that is as far as the Standard newspaper's front cover is concerned. So now on to the Star newspaper. So the Star newspaper, the title there is Why Ruto, Raila and Uhuru Wore a Risky Gamble. But there I can see, well, not that significant. So on to the People's Daily. Uhuru, keep my family out of this. This is something that has trended lately. It's about what Uhuru said to Ruto. So also on to our last one, our second last one. Taifa Leo says, Polisi au magenge. I think these are talking about what you discovered lately about people who have been masquerading as police. People sometimes they say they are not police or they are police, but they've been doing arrests. So ladies and gentlemen, I was just giving you some brief headlines of our trending newspapers. So Philip ETALE has decided to share some very crucial information by sharing a tweet about what Kenyans and the MAINA NJENGA family has been asking for. So what Philip ETALE said, Mr. MAINA NJENGA is said to appear before the judge at the Makadara Law Court. He is presently awaiting the arraignment in the court at the cells within the court prisons. So if I may bring you up to speed with the details here, is that you understand that MAINA NJENGA was arrested. And throughout the better part of last week, the much of the discussions online has been, where is MAINA NJENGA? Earlier on, it was him and Babu Owino who were mysteriously arrested. But Babu Owino was arrested the moment he jetted in to Nairobi from Mombasa through the JKIA. So that is where he was arrested, and there was a video that circulated. It was also alleged that MAINA NJENGA was also arrested. So there's a time there it was also alleged that they were in the same police station, but it appeared as if that allegation was not true, that the only person who was found in that police station within Kirinyaga County was Babu Owino. So MAINA NJENGA has been missing ever since. So what Philip ETALE has disclosed here seems to be good news to the MAINA NJENGA family, but bad news to the people who are planning to continually arrest him or detain him. But the funny thing is that the lawyer who represents MAINA NJENGA, talking about Njiru Ndegwa, he said that they've been going to literally all police stations, but they cannot locate MAINA NJENGA. So the question here was that where was MAINA NJENGA detained? If at all, what the advocate said, that all the police stations they have gone to, they have not been able to spot MAINA NJENGA. Earlier on, there was a lot of call, lot of cry, public cry from so many people saying that the people who are doing this illegal arrest should desist. The international community have also weighed on this matter and decried the fact that the regime is not doing justice to the people of the Republic of Kenya. So Philip ETALE is telling us, and by the way, Philip ETALE is one person you all know that is the Azimio's RAILA Amolo Odinga spokesperson. So Philip ETALE has been sharing most details about these issues to the public. He was sharing information about the whereabouts of RAILA Amolo Odinga to the public until one also now decided to share about MAINA NJENGA. So literally he's been sharing Azimio progress. Philip ETALE. You understand that NJENGA, MAINA NJENGA has been a close ally of RAILA Amolo Odinga. He has been vocal and supported RAILA Amolo Odinga's calls for the mass action and the like. Since the time NJENGA was arrested at their Kajiado home, no one knows where he was taken by the police officers. So that is another problem that Azimio is facing. These arrests and you being taken to places you don't know. That is what is killing Azimio. I think the idea is to try to limit that pressure from Azimio, because to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, Azimio were making positive political strides because the things that you were talking about could resonate well with the common mwananchi. The common hustlers found themselves safer in Azimio. So the mere fact that MAINA NJENGA was also arrested is just trying to cut that wave that was beginning to be seen in Mount Kenya. The only person who can bring Mount Kenya to a standstill right now is MAINA NJENGA. So I think the fear here is very simple. The fear is that maybe they think that probably Uhuru will hand over the mantle to MAINA NJENGA. What if that is the case? If that is the case, what does that mean? What does that mean? It means that Gachagua's political future within Mount Kenya will be at stake. So the only way to address this issue is to cut down MAINA NJENGA's influence in the Mount Kenya. That is the only way. Divide and rule will not work in Mount Kenya. In Mount Kenya, it is all about takeover. Maximum takeover. That is what will work for Gachagua in Mount Kenya. So for that to happen, first, Jubilee must be killed. Second, MAINA NJENGA must be reduced politically. Third, Martha Karua must not be allowed to air out her views. That is the only way they can be able to contain that growing influence, that growing popularity that is heading towards Azimio. But if they don't do that, which I think that is what they are trying to execute, if they don't do that, Mount Kenya will go Azimio way. So I think that is the fear that is being felt in this regime. With this regime, the regime feels that if they continue allowing Martha Karua to grow politically, if they continue allowing MAINA NJENGA to execute his plan within the Mount Kenya, if they continue to allow Jubilee to be within Uhuru's domain, then they are not safe in Mount Kenya. I want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that Mount Kenya serves as a bridge for this regime to maybe, if they want to go to the next, to survive in the next election. Mount Kenya is the bridge, ladies and gentlemen. So if this bridge is withdrawn from them, then they will face a huge resistance. Number one, they will face huge problem in a re-election bid. The bridge. So Mount Kenya is simply a bridge. So for that bridge to be contained, MAINA NJENGA must be removed from the equation. Martha Karua must be removed from the equation. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta must be removed from the equation. That's why you find that this onslaught on Uhuru, the onslaught on MAINA NJENGA, and the onslaught on Martha Karua, all these are meant to make sure that that bridge, the Mount Kenya bridge, in a back intact in the Kenya Kwanza people. You have seen lately the vigorous campaigns from the KK government, whereby they've been going to Kisii, they went to Western, last on the weekend they were at Taita Taveta. So this is some sign of desperation from the ruling regime, because it is very simple. They are feeling the pressure, and the pressure is what was mounted by Raila Odinga. So Raila Odinga mounted a lot of pressure. Now they know that he can mount a strong opposition to this government. That succeeded, and that's why you find that the only way out was to now bring the police on board so that they can silence people. So back to this issue of MAINA NJENGA. So MAINA NJENGA is arraigned today at the Makadara Law Courts for a case which has not been disclosed yet. Numerous arrests have been made over the weekend. You know, that arrest of Pauline Njoroge. And by the way, we are going to talk about Pauline Njoroge in our next analysis. But for this case, so many arrests have been made. And these arrests, all of them, are on the Azimio Brigade. So the future of Azimio Brigade is at stake here if the onslaught continues. Mind you, you are being arrested by someone you don't know. You are being taken to a place you don't know. Just like what Maurice Ongeta said. Maurice Ongeta said that he was arrested, taken to an unknown destination, be held for like 3 days without being given sufficient food. Maybe without even being given food. So it took the intervention of the courts, intervention of Kenyans who spoke loudly and said that we want to see Maurice Ongeta. That is now the time when I think he was presented somewhere, left on the road, and be allowed to go to his home. So Philip Ongeta also suffered what MAINA NJENGA is suffering. That's the same as what Babu Owino suffered. And Babu Owino disclosed what befell him when he was under custody of police. He said that he was denied food, didn't have a chance to bathe, didn't have a chance to even make calls. So those are things that Babu Owino disclosed yesterday when he was making his own presentation to the public. So ladies and gentlemen, can you tell us below the comment section there what you think about these developments? And also I'd like to urge you to please kindly subscribe to this channel, give this video a like, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. It is so important because you get notification anytime we upload any video. So ladies and gentlemen, stay safe, stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.